Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. We'll go. Hey, Kappa. Baylor tight. Why did it?
Right to the air is Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And he goes out a little short of the 40. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Right. Set.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Whoa. Set.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's on the move. He's keeping it. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
Set. Crowd right.
Herbert on 1st down. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Go.
Herbert from the gun. The throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal.
5-9. Ready.
Dobbins hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
You are X. Ta-da!
His first throw is an interception. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Set. Grenade. Grenade. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Set. What is it?
Dobbins gets in. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
180.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
180.
Lamar off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
13. Middle.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. 180. Nice hot. Hey.
And again, it's Jackson. He fires one deep down the right. This is brought in at the 15. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Lamar throwing again. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
You changed it.
Now they send their back in motion right. into the hands of Walker. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hey, Ozzie! Sit up!
Now Jackson on third down. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
21. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Lion. Crowd right. Set.
From the 16. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hey, ram. Go. Set.
Throw on third down. Gets this to McConkey. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up fourth down. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. It's a two-score game early. Back to the bank in just a moment. So on fourth down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. And they fake it on 4th and 1. And he's caught before he can challenge for the first, so the fake doesn't work, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. Lamar out of the pistol. This throw is cut. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing it.
Touchdown, Baltimore! And they love the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Set.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Set. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, 59. Go.
Herbert with a blitz coming. He finds Chek for the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hey, Ray. Hey, Ram. Ready.
First and 10, Herbert. Okonkwo brings it in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 28. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And he brings up an LA first down. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 13-point lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's out a little short of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey, middle.
Lamar now from the gun. Big gain downfield. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, here's Lamar. Walker holds it in. And they limit the damage, just a few yards on that gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So it'll be third down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Junior Colson. And the Chargers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his third strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Completed here to Johnston. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Kappa. Set.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And give him 6 on the rod as that play takes us to the 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hey, Opie.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Has a big hole left. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Working inside the red zone. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. It's 2nd and goal.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Go.
Herbert from the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hill now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
DC ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Complete, Derrick Henry. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
180!
Lamar back to throw. Into the hands of Likely. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Chargers take possession.
Set. Ready.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
Home trips right. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Chased out to his... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit. Great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Baylor tight. Set. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Baylor Tiger. Go. 5-9. 21. Hey, go Lion. Crowd right. Set.
Herbert back to throw. Searches from the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Ravens will go on offense. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Henry on the catch. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Hey! Shut up!
He's back to throw. Forced out to his right. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Quick, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Middle. Alpha, sit on. Alpha.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready, shot. You change it.
They've got a man in motion.
Hey. You change it.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Complete beyond the marker. And a massive Massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. Into the red zone. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens get it back to a 14-point game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Set.
Give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. Cuts right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They read that screen perfectly. Interception! And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All I'm hearing in my head is touchdown to check down, touchdown to check down, because it was said about a gazillion times in the NFL to me when you get in the red zone. It's not sack. Touchdown to check down. You can't take a sack on 1st down in the red zone.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
Pass complete to Walker. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sit hot, hot.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
21.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds McConkey. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers take a 13-point lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hill now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
What ain't it? Hey, middle. Report. Shot.
Now Jackson. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Shot. Sit up.
On first down, Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Sit up.
Throwing again is Lamar. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Into the hands of Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that will set up first and goal. Henry does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the third. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go. 10. Go.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down.
Let's go.
Man in motion, out of the slot.
Ready.
Second and 10 now, Herbert. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. So now it's going to be third and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
On third down, Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He fields this at the 18. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Lamar now from the gun. Gets this one to Andrews. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Hey, report! Report! 180!
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's the Ravens' ball. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
180!
Looking to throw, Jackson. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Henry with the 1st and still going. And he's all the way down at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 3rd down now. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
380.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. He finds McConkey. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
380. Good out.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Set. Set.
Herbert from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Set. Set.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
$59. Hey, go Lion.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Hey, Ray. 59. Go.
Oh, giving it to the wide receiver up 3rd and short. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Gosh, with just inches to go, that is so tough to see. You have 100 plays that could gain a couple inches. Not many that you would think lose that kind of yardage, but they just showed it.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Returnable from near the end zone. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's on the move. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens down by 7.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. Andrews with the catch. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. New set of downs for him at the 38. Walker hauls it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Has it downfield, working the left. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
We change it.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
No, we change it. 13. Middle. Hey. You know what?
He'll look to throw it. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Hey.
No dice on that prior pass.
Hey,
Here's second down.
We change it. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up. What is it? Sit up.
Back to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. Wide open downfield. Got it. And he brings it in. Touchdown. And a big decision coming up for him now. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for 2.
Sit up.
All or nothing, they'll run it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Well, we, of course, have the benefit of hindsight up here, but risking the game on a 2-point play, not looking preferable at this moment to just taking the point after in time.
This is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. If you make it, you're brilliant, you're brave, you're a risk taker. But if you fail, you're reckless and careless. I'll say this too, Kate. Now you're going to have to talk to your defense. Because what you've just told your defense is we didn't trust this game to go to overtime. We wanted to win it with our offense, and they didn't get the job done.
First down, ball at the 36.
Set. Ready.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in no
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first run now for Kyron Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. T.J. Watt, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nash. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Wilson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Here we go.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Go.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Off the play fake. McGill. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. McGill. Over the middle, it's complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. Down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
19 Tiger. Come on.
On play action, they'll throw. Pitch and catch to Wilson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, 44 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Street. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Here we go. Set.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And some room to run now. And they'll have it in the red zone. Crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Got an open man. It's Pickens. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's 2nd and 8. Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Nash. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Back to throw again.
Going right back to Wilson.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Lowering 70. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go.
Williams not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here we go. Sack.
2nd and 6. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Go.
They're going to look to throw. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This from 32 yards away. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
from the gun on third down. McGill able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Yeah.
Up the middle they go. Street. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. McGill.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Go.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Fighting him off. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready up. Ready.
A final shot before break. McGill got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
79 Broncos. 18 left, 18 left, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
Got it. Ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pitch and catch to Wilson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Wilson snags it left side.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Rams have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated.
Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play to force him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go. Check go.
They'll run on first down. Street powers by at the 40, and he's got this down to the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and long.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Off play action. McGill. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 24-all.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Now Williams running left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Warrior 70.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nash.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
70 Lions. Check go.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Rams have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. McGill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On play action, they'll throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Let's go.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Pitch and catch to Wilson.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Set. Go.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nash. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Williams
And he's going to get it again on second down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. This is 1st and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last play.